Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Rise With Your Number Go to Real Estate channel. Today it's just me. The leads are a bit more occupied today, so we have to rush through this for Promenade Peak as well as Rivervalley. So without further ado, let's begin. So of course, recently there's been a lot of praise in this Rivervalley transformation. Currently there are 5 plots, one of it which has just been released. So of course, within these 5 plots, we are looking at Robertson Outpost, which recently last weekend sold for 41%. And keep in mind, this is the only 999 leasehold. Everything else will be lease, 99 years leasehold. Then of course, we're going to kickstart this with Rivervalley Green Parcel A, as well as our Promenade Peak. So it's River Green and Promenade Peak will be launching together at the same time. Of course, this is for developers to rush before the Ghost Festival event. So of course, during Ghost Festival, then developers are less likely to launch because of superstitious. That's why you can see a bit of projects launching within this period. So we're just going to do a quick touch up on each project. So River Green unit mix, we're looking at 524, one tower of 36 levels. Developers is by Wingtai, who actually recently did Lake Gardens. They've also done the M as well as Lenovo Up Mall. So they have been primarily around the CCR region. Okay, that's what we know of. Of course, this River Green is going to be our Prestige District 9. And the indicative value has been quite attractive. My 1 bedroom is starting from 1.2 million. For my 2 bedroom will be from 1.5 million. Alright, then of course my 2 bedroom premium is 1.72, 3 bedroom from 2.25, and of course the most discussed 4 bedroom 2.8 million. But we'll get into that shortly. Then of course, the price opportunities I personally feel for River Green is that these will be for upgraders because the sites are generally smaller. We do have a lower PSF, a lower quantum coming into this area. So we feel that River Green will be an opportunity for upgraders to come inside Prime District 9. Whereas for Promenade Peak, it's 596 units. My developers is actually by Allgreen. So Allgreen, very interestingly, they have done Royal Green, 4th Avenue, Pasir Ris 8. Pasir Ris 8 was a bit interesting, put it that way, for the launch day itself. And of course, unit mix, I still have my 1 bedroom all the way to 5 bedroom this time. So Promenade Peak has 5 bedroom as well as private leaves for 3 bedroom suites and above. Whereas for River Green, it's a lot more normal traditional layouts. Alright, then of course, other than that, this Promenade Peak will be in this Street 3. So it will be considered in RCR, but frankly speaking, one is in 9, one is in 3. We'll dissect into how it really affects you as a consumer. And of course, the indicative prices are already out. My 1 bedroom plus study, it's 1.4. My 2 bedroom will be 1.8. And then my 2 bedroom plus study, 2.1. And my 3 bedroom is 2.7. Now that one will be my Promenade Collection, which is from level 2 to level 42. Whereas for my Promenade Suites, level 44 to 62, where these units will have their own private leaves as well, it will start from 3.6 million all the way to my 5 bedroom at 6.2 million starting from. So of course, I feel that price opportunities within this district, people who really love Orchard, we all know that they are the high net worth buyers. They generally want something a bit more prestigious, a bit more lifestyle. So I do feel that Promenade Peak will cater a bit more towards this set of buyers as well. Now, of course, both projects, you guys have seen the amount of visitors crazy. Now, of course, we talk about similarities. Actually, both are very near walking distance to MRT station. One is more towards the Great Wall, whereas the other one is more towards Havelock. Then, in terms of the proximity to the Great Wall Shopping Centre, it's actually also very close. I would say both is about 3 minutes walking distance apart. Then, of course, both are in the primary 1 km of Rivervalley Primary School as well. And the maintenance fee are also very similar. So these 2 projects, in terms of similarity, it's really quite alike. Now, whereas for differences, it will be a few. Now, of course, River Green, it's non-PPVC, which means you can hack, which provides a bit of opportunity to certain floor plans. Whereas for Promenade Peak, it is non-PPVC. So the balls that you can hack, it's a bit lesser. Then, of course, as what I mentioned earlier, both have MRT stations, but it's just a bit different MRT station. Okay, so this first week has been numerous questions between our buyers asking us between River Green and Promenade Peak. So a few questions has been highlighted. Number 1, River Green 4 bedroom 980 square feet. What are your thoughts? I personally feel that it can go both ways. Now, of course, in terms of size-wise, when we compare 4 bedrooms to the other projects within that area, we are talking about very big floor plate near 2,000 square feet and above. And because these are freehold, it will be about 3 million and above, even 4 million for most of it. So of course, it is definitely size-wise smaller, that's for sure. But I do feel that if you are catering towards upgraders, if you want to stay within this district, yet you are slightly on a tighter budget, yet you want to be within these amenities, then Rivergreen will be the first project that everyone go for in the future, right? If you look at the floor plan, everything that you need is essentially there, right? It's because as a family, 4-bedroom buyers, I generally want a bomb shelter, and it is present, right? For my kitchen, I have my window ventilation, I have a longer kitchen walkway, which I do feel it's okay. Now for me, my opportunity of the 4-bedroom comes through this. If I want a very big 3-bedroom, then I will buy this 4-bedroom. Why? It's because for bedroom 3, I can hack the entire room to amalgamate into my living room, therefore making my living room a landscape living. Because of this non-PBVC, I have that opportunity. And because in the midst of doing that, my 3-bedroom pricing will still be significantly comparable to the other 3 bedrooms within this area. Then of course, when I look at my master bedroom, my bedroom 4 and bedroom 2, generally these are very traditional unit sizes. But I feel that because it's non-PBVC, the 4-bedroom becomes a very attractive 3-bedroom premium prices for the people looking to Rivergreen. Now, of course, the next question that came up is there is no tennis court for Promenade Peak, only a tennis court for Rivergreen. I personally feel that there is no indicative data that shows that tennis courts will create better demand in the future. What I understand from tennis courts is that generally it requires a larger piece of land, and the amount of usage for these facilities is generally lower. If between a tennis court and amazing landscaping and amazing facilities, function rooms, I personally will go for the latter instead of a tennis court. So between Rivergreen and Promenade Peak, one has tennis court, one doesn't. Does it affect? To me, it does not. Hi everyone, if you love what you're seeing, if you love our analysis and you have any questions, just reach out to our socials. And if you do want to support us and watch more videos like this, do like, share and subscribe. See you soon. Next question, of course, is in CCR region, are 1-bedrooms still an investment opportunity? It is a great question. 1-bedrooms in general, in other areas, I would be a bit more reserved, right? Because as of right now, I have my Lentor Hills 1-bedroom going at 1.45 million, 2 units left. Comparable to areas like this area, Rivervalley, I would think a 1-bedroom makes a lot more sense. So if you look at statistics such as One Marina Garden, which 1-bedroom was starting from 1.16, has already been sold prior to the launching of Rivergreen. Then of course, when I look at my projects around this area, Irwell Hill, Riviere, my 1-2 bedrooms are still profiting at a comfortable profit. But what's important is that the rental here is also a lot more stronger. So if you ask me, can I still enter 1-bedroom within this area? I would think you still can, depending on your entry price. Which brings me to a very important topic. My 2 bedrooms for these 2 projects are very different. My Rivergreen will start from 2-bed, 1-bath, whereas my Promenade Peak will start from 2-bed, 2-bath. Now, 2-bed, 1-bath is going to start from 1.52. Personally, in this area, it is still a very, very profitable unit selection. Why? It's because within this area, 2-bed, 1-bath generally are a lot more lesser. Whereas my price point, 1.52, it's about 2 to 300k as of right now, difference for that 1 extra toilet. So this 2-bed, 1-bath will still continue to serve as an opportunity for people coming into the area looking for a 2-bedroom. Then of course, when I compare my 2-bedroom layouts between Rivergreen and Promenade Peak, of course, my kitchens for Rivergreen are generally a lot more approachable because it's all generally enclosed. But still, when I look at Promenade Peak's 2-bedroom, it reminds me a lot of Lentoria. Lentoria also have the exact same kitchen layout, which the market is still very acceptable because of the tenancy. You're gonna buy to rent out. The tenants generally they don't even cook at home. I think that's a very big difference. But of course, if you're looking for a price opportunity, I feel that for that 2-bed, 1-bath in Rivergreen, it still is a very good opportunity for consumers. Then of course, the next question is District 3 and District 9. Rivergreen being in District 9, whereas Promenade Peak being in District 3, separated by one river. Does this attribute to capital appreciation in the future? My personal take is it does not have that much of a concern. Why? It's because if I'm talking at the extreme ends of District 3 and the extreme ends of District 9, perhaps it will matter. But right now, I'm talking about just divided by a small little river. in the grand scheme of things, it is not going to be any deterrence for the future people coming in, regardless. One is District 3, one is District 9. Of course, the idea of CCR and RCR is there, but there are so many projects that, regardless of the region, it still perform well. For example, One Marina Garden, as many people who do not know, it is actually a RCR. Whereas for even projects like Chuan Park, such a prestigious area along the Kovan, Lorong Chuan area, it is actually a OCR in District 19 as well. So regardless, these products are still going to be a great opportunity regardless of the classification of districts. Now, of course, next question, it's the difference of MRT station. One is at Havelock, one is at Beauty World. Okay, if you notice for Rivergreen, it is literally at your side gate. The moment you exit, you enter into the exact main Beauty World MRT station. Okay, now whereas for Promenade Peak, you will have to enter through exit 4, go into the underground. It is fully air-conditioned, sheltered walkway all the way. You take a bit of a distance walk towards the main MRT station before you hit Havelock MRT station. I feel that in terms of convenience-wise, Rivergreen is a bit more advantageous towards this. But does it mean that because of this factor, I wouldn't buy Promenade Peak? Actually, not quite. Because of the proximity that both these two projects have in terms of the area and towards Great World, I feel that tenants will still be very open to the idea of taking that sheltered air-conditioned walk back home. So of course, the next question is level 63 for Promenade Peak and level 38 for my Rivergreen. Does it really have that much of a concern? I think for investors, it doesn't. Why? It's because, bear in mind, Promenade Peak, you cut off at level 44 and then it's the main suites collection that's going above. I mean the 3-bedroom suites and above, the bigger rooms from level 44 onwards, which essentially means that if you're getting like a 2-bedroom, you are still going to be from level 2 all the way to level 43. Then whereas for Rivergreen, it's going to be all the way to level 38. So 44, 43 and 38 difference, frankly speaking, not a lot. It's not going to be a big deciding factor. But of course, if you're getting into the bigger units like the 3, 4, 5 bedrooms, then of course it does create a bit of a prestigious advantage for Promenade Peak, right? So in conclusion, if you're getting a smaller unit for investors unit, be free to explore Promenade Peak, be free to explore Rivergreen. But if you're spending 4 million, 5 million just to have that luxury feel towards your own stay, then Promenade Peak serves a better choice because of the higher advantage as well. I personally feel that if you are going for a bit tighter on the budget, of course, Rivergreen still provides a very good opportunity in terms of investment. For both projects, the pricings are slightly similar. It will be based on your ballot number. Then whatever your ballot number is, go for the lower entry one. Okay? Now, whereas you're looking for 2-bed, 1-bath, then of course it's only just Rivergreen because Promenade Peak don't have 2-bed, 1-bath. For 2-bed, 2-bath, the pricings is very similar, 1.8x and 1.72. My personal take is, if you can enter Rivergreen, it is a bit of a safer option because of the kitchen layout, my personal favorite. But if you are looking at Promenade Peak and your entry price makes sense to enter as well, then that is also an option for you. So between 1-bedroom, my 2-bedroom, 2-bed, 1-bath, 2-bed, 2-bath, I personally will go for Rivergreen as well. But of course, if I'm looking at 3-bedroom, then it leads towards my Promenade Peak because I do feel that the show flat unit of the 3-bedroom at Promenade Peak, it's very special. I love how the kitchen and the balcony blends in together. It feels a bit of a Western vibe. And for my private live owners, for my bigger units, I do believe that my biggest 4-bedroom at Rivergreen, it's equivalent to the smallest 3-bedroom in Promenade Peak. So for the bigger units, I would perhaps look into Promenade Peak. However, if you are a buyer that wants a big unit but on a tighter budget, then please go for that Rivergreen 4-bedroom, 2.8 million. It is really a price entry for a lot of consumers out there. So all in all, in conclusion, this weekend is going to be the last weekend for buyers to come buy these 2 show flats. Buyers have always been asking me, Jason, should we go for Promenade Peak or should we go for Rivergreen? My honest take is, unless you are the grandson of Wingtai and then you are also the son-in-law of Allgreen, then this is a decision that you have to make. Or you are a bulk purchaser, which means that you and your family will be buying more than 1 unit, perhaps 2 units, but have to be based on family related only. then it is a great question. Come for this weekend, give checks for both sides, and then let the balloting gods decide for you, because otherwise it's nothing to decide. If I'm gonna get a 100 River Green and a 800 Promenade Peak, then of course I'm gonna go for that River Green. But if I'm gonna get like a 200 and 300 for River Green Promenade Peak, then please let your agent advise you on what you are looking for. I feel that both products are very similar, even their facings are very similar as well. So let your agent run through with you. If not, feel free to contact us. We'll be happy to assist you in your choices. So of course, a big thanks to Kairos Interior Studio for sponsoring the venue for our podcast. And of course, for those of you who are looking into ID consultation, please go for Kairos Interior Studio. The website and the contact is attached. And quote Vice Realty for additional discount on your purchase. So without further ado, we'll catch you guys on the next one. There is a very exciting District 26 launch that's coming up. My personal take is a mega project. So tune in for that one. And of course, do assist us by helping us to like, share and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.